Alright, bitches, we're on to the next episode of Dragon Ball Super. This is episode 61, and this episode is called Zamasu's Ambition, the Terror of the Zero Humans Plan. Now, this episode is easily the best episode of Dragon Ball Super. It's not close. This episode was great, fantastic, however else you want to say it. This shit was spectacular, incredible. The whole episode was thrilling. We got tons of reveals, great fighting. There were moments where the animation wasn't the best, but, it's time to get over that. The animation is good enough. I can easily say that. Now, clearly this Future Trunks saga, like Akira Toriyama, the man is clearly back. Like, he's onto something, because episode 56 at the time was probably the best episode of Dragon Ball Super. Then people might have said episode 57 was the best episode of Dragon Ball Super. And now 61, hands down the best. We find out for real, the mystery surrounding Goku Black, and we get to see some kick-ass fucking fighting. Fuck yes. Alright, so this episode picks up right after the revelation that Goku Black revealed that he is Zamasu, who had switched, mind and bodies with Goku using the Super Dragon Balls. And so Goku goes, okay, well, if he's Zamasu, then who are you down there? And Zamasu reveals that he is the Zamasu from Trunks' timeline. The current future, like the timeline that they are in at the moment, Zamasu is native to that one, the immortal Zamasu. Now, then Goku Black elaborates a little bit more, and he says that he is the one who was defeated by Goku in the Universe 10 Sacred World of the Kais, in the Kaioshin realm. So, this is that very same Zamasu who got sunned back in episode 53. And Black then says, he, switched minds with, Goku or whatever. And Goku retorts, like, but I saw Beerus destroy you. I was right there. And Black says that it's thanks to this time ring. As long as I have this, nothing will affect me in the past. Which is interesting. I'm gonna get a little bit into some of the stuff that happens in a second here. But this has gotten incredibly confusing, but I certainly can say that the characters are developed enough, the plot is moving in a nice direction, the fighting is good, all the elements surrounding this are good enough that I can forgive some, minor little not so great details. It's setting up a very similar circumstance to Terminator 1, actually, and Akira Toriyama was a big fan of the Terminator series, which you can tell because, the original Trunks, Android, and Cell arc was taken, basically big inspiration from, Terminators 1 and 2, and clearly this arc is kind of working with a similar kind of goal, although a lot of the themes of the arc are in fact quite different. So Trunks says, like, okay, so you really did kill the Kaioshin of Universe 10, Goasu, and Black confirms it, and we see a flashback in which Zamasu kills Goasu, and then takes the, green Patara Kaioshin earring, and he puts it on, and, you see it shine, I guess to signify that he has become the role of Kaioshin. Then you see him grab the time ring, and then it cuts back to the present, where Zamasu and Goku Black begin an attack. Now, I think this is probably Toei Animation's decision. Throughout this episode, Goku and Zamasu reveal more about what's going on. It basically all is revealed in this episode, but in between segments where they're explaining it, there's these great action sequences. Like, if this is done in the Dragon Ball Super manga, I could imagine it being, maybe like 7 to 10 consecutive pages just of Goku Black and Zamasu, like, explaining what's going on. But here, in terms of, like, a TV anime episode, they decided to spread it out a little bit over the episode, but put these bits of fighting in it. And I gotta say, like, it worked beautifully. Like, they really, just the way this whole episode, like, went together, like, the storyboard for this was fantastic. So, Zamasu and Goku Black, they start posing, and they move exactly the same because they are both Zamasu, and they combine their energy. They create two energy balls, and it creates like this huge, massive, unbelievable fireball, and they shoot it at Goku, Vegeta, and Trunks, and it creates this huge explosion. Now, I can't wait for some Dragon Ball game to have like some of these combos that they're doing as like ultimates. Like I remember in I think it might have been Dragon Ball Raging Blast 2, in which, Android 17 and 18, their ultimate attack was the move that they killed Future Gohan with. And then of course you could do like, the father-son Kamehameha and stuff. This looks like a really sick, nasty, like combo ultimate team attack that you could do in some future Dragon Ball game. Now the smoke clears, and it looks to me as though, after the smoke clears, you see Goku and Vegeta are in their Super Saiyan Blue forms, and Trunks is in his Super Saiyan form, and it looks to me like Goku and Vegeta blocked the brunt of the blast, protecting Trunks. It's not entirely clear, but that's what it looks like. So then at this point, Goku rushes in, and like he blows like Zamasu's head basically off, but it regenerates. And Vegeta's like, "Have you forgotten he's immortal?" And like then just this crazy action scene starts where like they're going to attack Black, but Zamasu might like jump in and defend. Like he'll take an energy blast because he's immortal, preventing Black from getting hit by it. And like, Vegeta and Trunks will take turns like going for Black. Like the shit is just fucking phenomenal. And then at this point, Black and Zamasu, after knocking Goku into a building, they start talking more about, their plan and what's going on. And Black kind of mentions that in order to fulfill his plan, he would need someone who has the same hate for mortals that he does. Someone who shares the same ideals. And then Zamasu cuts in and says, like, in short, me. I'm also saddened by the sins of the humans. Now, one thing I'm liking is, like, Black and Zamasu, they are like seamlessly like finishing each other's sentences and stuff. Now it does make sense since they are essentially the same person, so like their thinking is going to be very, 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 very similar. So, it's just the way they go back and forth explaining these plot details is just awesome. Like this is a good way to keep like the viewer on edge and for it not to get too lackadaisical as just one person is drowning on and on and on and on and on. It's switching back and forth constantly. So there's like basically something new going on. Now, then Black explains that, to get a like-minded individual, he used the time ring to come to this world, Future Trunks' timeline. Then we see a flashback where Zamasu from this timeline, walks outside to deliver Goasu tea, and boom, Goku Black is standing there having just killed Goasu. And you see Black has both green Potara earrings, signifying he's a Kaioshin. And it's interesting because you see Goasu's body kind of fade away into like this yellow light. Now remember, I did mention before how much different this is from when Elder Kai died on, in the Kaioshin realm of Universe 7, the universe that Goku and Vegeta and them are native to. Now, this seems like this might be a tiny bit of a mistake. Like, I feel like Goasu probably should have had the same thing happen to him that Elder Kai did. But again, like, this story arc is cool enough that I'm willing to forgive this, for the sake of moving the plot along. It probably is easier, if Goasu doesn't just immediately get up and go, "What the fuck? Why'd you kill me, bitch? What are you doing?" So, this is okay. And Goku Black and Zamasu, they begin having a discussion where Black basically is like, you also wanted to do this, right? Here, with this, you're now a Kaioshin. And he takes off his right earring and goes to give it to Zamasu. And it's crazy because Zamasu grabs it. And at first, he was like, "Oh, Goas-sama, what happened?" And he grabs that earring, and he's just like, "Who are you?" And Black, says, like, "I am you." And then, like, the camera kind of, like, zooms in on Zamasu's face, and Black is like, "I traveled here from the past for our justice. Let's eradicate evil and shit." And then all of a sudden, Zamasu's got this evil-ass look on his face, and Goku Black and Zamas, like, they shake hands, and then they hug each other, and it's like, what? Yo, what the fuck? We got a bro hug going on, like, yes, together we can punish the filthy mortals. Like, yo, man, this shit is crazy. Like, they're just hugging They're hugging together like, yes, I can't wait to murder everyone. It's like, bro, this shit is getting crazy, man. And then Zamasu explains that he became immortal thanks to these Super Dragon Balls. And then Black cuts in and says that even though he's clad in this body, as long as he has the time ring, they can use the Super Dragon Balls over and over and over again without having to wait. And, Trunks is kind of like, so that's why you killed, the Kaioshin. And they also say, it's not totally clear. I think it's implied that after, they make the wish, Zamasu becomes Goku Black. Now, I'm going to get into this in a second about, what's going on. But Zamasu becomes Goku Black. Then the second wish after, Goku Black goes far into the future into Trunks' timeline, possibly using one of the green time rings to go to a parallel world. Not entirely clear, but whatever, it's fine. And then the second wish they use, of course, is to make the future Zamasu from Trunks' timeline immortal. And then I think it's supposed to be implied that they then make a third wish, which is to destroy all of the Super Dragon Balls. Because I can't imagine Goku Black could just shoot out, his Dark Kamehameha and it would destroy one of these Super Dragon Balls. So I guess, the Super Dragon Balls have been stated to grant any wish. So, I mean, I don't know. The fact that it's any wish, I almost feel like maybe it's possible. You could say, hey, Dragon, give me 2 wishes. Like, I feel like the fact that these balls are omnipotent, that might work. So, Black and Zamasu making the wish for them to basically explode and destroy themselves probably would, actually work. And of course, this blows away Goku, Vegeta, and Trunks. They're like, oh shit, you destroyed the Super Dragon Balls. And then just like I talked about in my video about the differences between the Dragon Ball Super manga and the anime, then Goku Black talks about how he then, using this powerful body, killed all of the different Kaioshins and gods in the whole universe. So it's just the same as the manga. It's just the manga, you get that little detail way, way earlier. Now, it's also not clear if Goku Black is talking about the Omni King and the High Priest and the other places in Zeno-sama's palace, but at the very least, he has killed, the Kaioshins of all the universes, all 12 universes, and he's also, as a result of that, that's killed the Hakaishins, the god of destructions in all 12 universes. So, shit. Yeah, so Goku Black and Zamasu, they say that they're the absolute power in this world now. No one but them has the authority to judge. And it's like, oh boy. And then they exclaim about, they will complete the Zero Mortal plan. And I love it because Vegeta's like, what an exaggerated name. Black and Zamasu, they start talking more about how much they want to kill mortals. And they seem to imply, this actually comes up a little later in the episode, but they imply how, especially above all, taking out the filthy mortals, Earthlings in particular are particularly sinful and bad, and they really want to get rid of them. Now, that point is more or less come back to, Black comes back to that later on in the episode. We'll get there. But after this, the fighting commences. They're all shooting ki blasts at Zamasu and Black, and Zamasu, keeps defending Black. It's very interesting, this tag team fighting style they have. Black with this, immeasurable power, but then Zamasu has, invincible defense. So, even if Goku, Trunks, and Vegeta could take Black out fighting together with Zamasu there protecting him, it's very difficult. And then at this point, Black really starts giving the business to Goku, Vegeta, and Trunks. He kind of fucks them all up, and Goku Black and Zamasu, they do another one of their combined energy balls, and it looks like it takes Vegeta and Trunks out. Goku was, down on the ground in a different location. Vegeta and Trunks have been knocked into a skyscraper that gets hit with, their combined giant ball of energy. Then, Zamasu kind of pushes Goku against the wall. He teleports down and pushes him against the wall. And then he goes, "Don't you want to know what happened to your family?" And at this point, I gasped. I covered my mouth. I was like, oh fuck. No, Masaka. You can't tell me they took down Goku's family too. I was like, oh shit. And Goku's like, my family. And it cuts into Zamasu and Goku Black's faces, man. These motherfuckers are so evil. Like, you can't tell me shit. Like, fuck Frieza, fuck Cell, fuck all these villains. Like, Zamasu, this dude is just a fucking D-bag, man. He is the most evil of all of these villains. Like, these facial expressions this boy gets are crazy. Alright, so then Goku Black starts explaining a little bit more of the story. And we see Zamasu having collected all 7 Super Dragon Balls. So clearly this was right after he talked to Zuno and got the locations, found out about Son Goku, all of that. Then he killed Goasu, got the time ring, warped a year into the future. Now remember, he had to warp a year into the future because Beerus had just used the Super Dragon Balls after the conclusion of the Universe 6 vs. 7 tournament. Now, this is the reason I'm seeing a lot of people confused about this right now. This is the reason why our Goku is still intact, is because Zamasu, he did not use the Super Dragon Balls immediately. He couldn't because they were inert from having the wish just used. So he had to use the time ring to go in a year into the future. There, he switches bodies with Goku, and he does all of his shit, and the reason why this hasn't happened in our timeline is because Zamasu had already kind of fucked with the timeline a little, going a year into the future the way he did. Now, we see Zamasu make his wish, and he says, to switch bodies with Son Goku, and then it cuts down, we see Goku in his farmer clothes with Goten, and like he's enveloped in this yellow light, and all of a sudden it's Zamasu in Goku's clothes, and then it cuts over to Zamasu, and we see all of a sudden he becomes Goku in Zamasu's clothes, and he's like, now I am Son Goku, and clearly you see it that he has that time ring on his hand. Now then Goten brings Chi-Chi over, and it's like, Goku, what the hell happened? And Goku's like, I don't know, I'm Goku. And then boom, all of a sudden Zamasu is right there. I mean, he does have the instant transmission, so this isn't that far-fetched. And he explains, technically, you are only the heart of Son Goku. And then Goku's like, that's my face right there. And then you see Goku Black, he's now become Goku Black. He creates that energy blade. And then it cuts back, and you see Zamasu and Goku Black, explaining the story to Goku. And Zamasu's like, then he took your life. And just at that moment, you see Goku Black creates his energy blade. And it goes through Zamasu and then into Goku. And he's like, this is exactly how I stabbed you before. And it's like, oh, man. And then Goku kind of grasps the energy blade, and he's like, what the hell did you do to Goten and Chi-Chi? And then Black goes, I killed you in front of your wife and child. And it goes back, and we see, Goku in Zamasu's body dead on the ground. And then we see, Zamasu in Goku's body, Goku Black, standing over him with the energy blade. And then Chi-Chi and Goten are kind of like cowering in fear behind Goku Black. And Goku Black charges at them and slices, and then the screen kind of goes like white, and he kills Chi-Chi and Goten. It's like, holy shit, man. This man is dirty. This was stunning. I didn't think they were going to show some shit like this. Like, fuck. But again, because Zamasu had to go a year into the future, that's why in our timeline, Chi-Chi and Goten and everyone they're fine. And I gotta love, you know what? All you motherfuckers who are going, Goten is Goku Black, Goten is Goku Black, blah, 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 blah. It's like, that shit never made any sense, boys. Come on. Always it was clear that Goten was not involved in this story because Goten was never on screen. Like, if Goten was Goku Black, they would have had Goten on screen, not necessarily to foreshadow it, but just to keep Goten in our minds, in our heads here. Now, then the fact that Goku Black, we see him kill Goten, that's like the final, knife in the heart of that Goten is Goku Black theory. Now at this, Goku just gets infuriated and he's like, you bastards, I won't forgive you. And he powers up like crazy. His aura just shoots up. And he's like, you stole my body and killed Chi-Chi and Goten. And like he says, like, I'm furious, I won't forgive you. And like he says like the same line that he screams at Frieza, in the Japanese version, of course, that he screams at Frieza just, shortly after he had gone Super Saiyan. And Goku now, this huge aura, he's really pissed. You could tell he's angry, just like when Krillin was killed. And he fucking goes in, boy. He starts beating the shit out of both Goku Black and Zamasu. I'm talking really impressive fighting moves. Like he flies through, punches Goku Black into a building, comes back, stuns Zamasu. He shoots Goku Black down with like a hit. Then he instant transmissions in front of Zamasu, and Zamasu's like, what the fuck? And then Goku just kind of like back fists him in the face. Like, that shit is just fucking incredible. And Goku continues the beatdown for a little bit. Zamasu was knocked into a building far away. And then, Goku had knocked Goku Black into a building. And then Goku kind of is hovering over him, about to deliver a tough shot to him. And Black catches Goku's fist and then shoots an energy blast straight through him. And then Black powers up, and you see that awesome Super Saiyan Rose aura shootout. And you see Zamasu kind of exclaim like, oh, I can feel it. His power is suddenly growing. And then Goku Black creates, before, his energy blade had always been, just the size of, I would almost call it, man, kind of just like his hand was a blade. But it was just like the size of his hand, a little bigger. Here, he basically has like an energy sword coming out of his arm. I gotta imagine, like in Xenoverse 2 or something, if there's a Super Saiyan Rose, this right here looks like this will be Goku Black's ultimate attack right here. The Rose sword or something. And it's so cool the way Black attacks Goku here. He sort of like, he like swings his sword around, and it puts like a whole bunch of blades into Goku. Like a whole bunch of these energy blades into Goku. And then Black poses and they explode. And it's like, whoa, fuck. That was such a cool move, man. I can't wait to use that in one of the games. And it's this huge pink explosion. And then you see Goku crash into the ground. He reverts back to normal out of Super Saiyan Blue. His body is smoking. It's like Goku is fucked now. He is not doing good. And then it cuts back up to Goku Black, and he does his, Subarashi, the body of a Saiyan is truly a blessing of the gods. Its power continues to rise. And it's like, Goku Black, like, I don't know if it's because it's a god in a Saiyan's body or what, but this boy, his power increases, like, he's just, every time he's fighting, he gets these huge dramatic increases, man. I mean, I really think we might see Vegeta or Gogeta. I'm not gonna lie. Somehow, like, that's the only way I could see it. Unless Beerus is gonna take these fuckers down, we'll get into something that happens at the end of the episode here, but I'm confident that's not gonna lead to Black and Zamasu's defeat. Like, we either need Beerus, or we need Vegeta or Gogeta action. Listen, at this point, if they bring out Gogeta or Vegeta to take down Black and Zamasu, I'll faint. I will just faint straight to the ground. I'll go unconscious. The hype will be too much. At that point, I love Naruto to death. I might just throw Naruto fuck out of here. Dragon Ball again on top. Just Vegeta and Gogeta. I need to see one of these two. That shit. Oh my god. Super Saiyan Blue, one of those two. You want to talk about merchandise seller, boy. Woo! Damn, that needs to happen. So at this point, Goku is clearly defeated. He's going to need a Senzu Bean or something to get back up. He's done. So Trunks kind of, gets his resolve ready, and he says, I'll fight Goku Black. And Vegeta's like, whoa, you can't fight him. And Trunks is like, even if we both die, I will take him. Father, you go for Zamasu. And, Black kind of laughs at this, and Trunks screams at him like, what you're doing in the body of Goku is nothing but murder. And then this is where we get into it. Goku Black, Zamasu in Goku's body, he says, oh, is that so? You've committed a far graver sin than I have. And they get into it now. Trunks, he says that you're one of the reasons why I want to exterminate humanity. And both Zamasu and Goku Black strongly condemn Trunks for using the time machine and rewriting past. And they say, Black says that's what creates that new time ring. So back then, when Goasu had just said a new time ring was created, what happened there, I was wondering. I was like, okay, so this could either be, one of three possibilities. This was Trunks in Dragon Ball Z, this was Trunks just now, or it was, Goku Black. And clearly, that new time ring that was created that Goasu was talking about, I believe he was referring to Trunks in Dragon Ball Z. And Black says that itself is the proof of your sins. How many times have you come back and forth through time? And then we see a flashback to Dragon Ball Z that of when Trunks defeated Frieza. And, Goku Black basically says, had you not meddled in time and saved Goku, who was supposed to die from the heart virus, I never would have been able to get his body in the first place if he died as history had dictated. And then Zamasu and Black, they're like, all of this is caused by you. The arrogance of humans creating your time machine. And it's interesting. I've seen some of the episode titles for a little later on, and it implies that there might be some fusion going on with Zamasu. And the way this scene is framed, you see Zamasu and Goku Black are talking at the same time, and it kind of does a split screen of their faces. I remember, if you guys need a reference, Second Form Cell does this with Android 17, his voice when he's talking to Android 18 trying to, get her to submit to him to get absorbed. I believe there was a very similar type thing going on there. And then, of course, they really just need to really slurp themselves, and they say, in reality, we're just trying to save the world from you evil humans. You're the sinners. You guys are the bad ones. And it's like, boy, if you don't shut the fuck up with that, Zamasu, you evil prick, how dare you? He's murdering babies and everything, and he's saying, well, hey, I'm not bad, you started this. And he's, yeah, good job, Trunks. You awakened the justice in me. It's like you killed the Earthlings yourself. They're really going hard at Trunks, and Trunks is not fucking having it. He says, I just wanted to save everyone. He transforms Super Saiyan. He rushes in and goes to attack Goku Black. Vegeta goes to follow, but Zamasu kind of gets in Vegeta's way, and then Black quickly grabs Trunks and blows a hole through him with a blast, similar to what he did to Goku earlier. Yeah, here you go. All you people yelling, oh, this doesn't make sense. How could Trunks fight with Goku Black? This is stupid. Well, here you go. Goku Black beats Trunks 2 seconds after they start fighting. Trunks reverts back to normal and falls to the ground. Now then, Mai, Bulma, and Yajirobe, future Yajirobe, they had been watching the whole time, and they go rush over to Trunks. And Zamasu and Black, they land, they're talking to Vegeta, and they're like, only the gods are allowed to meddle with time. And Vegeta kind of wants, he's like, killing humans and gods, mortals and gods, what is this utopia that you guys speak of? And basically, Zamasu and Black basically just go, you wouldn't understand, shut up. It's like, okay, alright then. And then, this I think is the moment that everyone is really losing their shit over. Trunks, you see him, he's getting mad, and he's shaking, and he punches the ground, and cracks splinter out. And then, all of a sudden, Trunks screams, if you call that a sin, I don't care. And he powers up and he transforms this really awesome transformation. Definitely, not as good as Super Saiyan 2 Gohan, but this shit is really hype. He's screaming, he's transforming, and he turns into this, I don't know if this is a new form of Super Saiyan or what, but basically I would describe it like this. This is a combination of, Broly's legendary Super Saiyan Blue, and a normal Super Saiyan. Basically, Trunks, he has no eyes, no pupils, like Broly does. He has his yellow aura of a Super Saiyan, but then inside of the aura, he also has kind of a blue aura look of a Super Saiyan Blue. Now, it's impossible to know as of right now what exactly this is. We're probably going to need confirmation from Toriyama himself, or we'll see, is this a new form of Super Saiyan? Or has Trunks' rage just pushed him to, new heights? Some fans I'm seeing are theorizing that this might be Super Saiyan Blue, Super Saiyan Blue level 2 or something along those lines. I'm not so sure. I'm not even going to make any guesses as to what this is. I suppose it possibly could be a new form of Super Saiyan, but we'll see. And right as the episode ends, Trunks is just like, you bastard, I'll kill you myself. And you see, like, his sexy aura. He's just looking so powerful right now, and the episode ends. It's like, God damn, this is what the fuck I'm talking about. When they said they were going to bring Dragon Ball back, I was skeptical myself. I'm not going to lie. I did not think they would hit this level. This shit this is clearly on par with Dragon Ball Z. The fighting in this episode, like, this shit is just tremendous, man. And then in the preview for the next episode, we see Trunks is fighting Goku Black, and it's sort of implied, it looks like, that Goku and Vegeta are gonna head back to the past to try and recover strength and look for a technique that'll be able to beat Zamasu. And, you see them talking to Piccolo, and there were some spoilers. It looks like, Goku and them, they're going to try and use some Mafuba to possibly defeat Immortal Zamasu or Goku Black, one of the two. And the Mafuba, of course, in case you guys aren't familiar, the Mafuba is called the demonic containment wave or demon sealing wave, something along those lines. Now, in the English version, the English Funimation dub, they changed it to evil containment wave, but I believe the proper translation is like demon containment wave. And, this is the move that Master Roshi and, Master Mutaito, tried to use against the Demon King Piccolo, and then later, Kami tries to use this against, the Piccolo, our Piccolo in the present timeline. So we'll see how successful that is going to be, but next episode, we need to just get hype, because future Trunks, is going to be fighting. It looks like an incredible fight with Goku Black. Dragon Ball Super, you have blown me the fuck away.